All right, channel members, here's what's going on. I want to give you guys an update. I've got 2 out of 3 vehicles here with hoods open. I'm doing oil changes. I'm the mechanic. I can't afford to pay anybody else to do it. That's just stupid. We'll get her done ourselves. Appreciate all of our viewers who contribute on the Amazon list for sending in the oil and supplies. You take a huge financial load off of me. This thing's got a transmission that needs to be replaced. This was just replaced to the tune of several thousands of dollars. However, I am done. So we are getting a brand new one with 0 miles on it. It's going to have a 3-year unlimited mile warranty by the shop, Rock Diesel. No more rebuilds. I'm done with that shit. I can't afford these losses. This is ridiculous. We're at $9,500 in a freaking transmission in a truck. This is stupid. So we're going to spend $4,500. I already paid for it. They just have it's being shipped in, and they're going to put that thing in there. I'm done pissing around. Anyway, folks. Things are a little bit astrew or amuck right now because I've been trying to get some stuff in and out of here, but this is a segue into my next topic here. You can see how full my vehicle here is. We've got chainsaw, tools, there's a jack in there, recovery straps that normally goes forward, it's not a mess. Recovery equipment, EMS supplies, flashlights, spare parts. Now that brings me into the white truck. Now this thing here needs about $3,000 worth of work as well, but it's not as urgent as the other one. This vehicle here is a 2009 Tahoe 2-wheel drive, most reliable vehicle I've ever owned. It's got 250,000 miles on it, and the transmission now is just starting to slip. But it's not really starting to slip here in the sense that it's about to go out. It's just starting to slip here. It's got a lot of miles on it, and it only does it once in a while. It's like a 3 to 4, like an overdrive slip, but it's really nothing to be too terribly concerned about. But the big reason why I want to get the transmission rebuilt in this one is because this is starting to leak a little bit of oil out of the rear main seal. Not a lot, but a little bit. So the transmission has to come out to do that. So might as well kill 2 birds, 1 stone. It's cheaper. But this is a transmission I want to get rebuilt, and we're going to have it rebuilt by some experts, probably down there at RPM Transmissions in Anderson, Indiana. They do a lot of performance 4L60s. But the whole idea with this is, folks, because my main Tahoe is full, is not only to be used as a backup, as this does have all the lights and everything still installed, and Starlink and everything, but this can be left empty. So if we need to haul water or chainsaws or fuel into an area, then we've got a vehicle that's not loaded up with this stuff, because I'm pretty useless here when it comes to carting supplies into an area unless I can fit them in the back seats. But folks, in reference to Asheville, I'm working on getting us back down there, but I need a little bit of time. I don't know if they're still going to need help at that time. So these tires are getting a little low. Whatever. At the time that we go back down there, but if they do, we'll see what we can do. I'm a small YouTube channel with a small team, a very good team, but a small team. Like, it's a little bit hard for us to get the funding to do this. Like I said, I'm talking $4,500 and then $3,000. That's $7,500. You factor in the 45, let's just say 4,000, because I suck at math, that was already dumped in that thing. What, like $12,000 in vehicle expenses here? Like, plus some. These have been the most reliable vehicles I've ever owned. Ever. Especially this white one. Hands down. 250,000 miles on the white one, almost 250,000 miles, believe it or not, already on that one. It's up to 202,000. It's getting there. And it's been one of these have been the best vehicles I've ever owned, minus the transmission issues. A lot of issues we've had with these Tahoes have been shoddy workmanship. Like when I first got the Tahoe, the white one here, I forgot what it was. It wasn't the guys in Minnesota. It definitely wasn't them, but there was somebody, I forgot what it was. Somebody screwed something up on it. It cost me a bunch of money. It's kind of like on that truck there when the alignment shop left the control arm bolts loose, and it wallowed out the subframe, or whatever you want to call that the control arms bolt into. And we had to have a shop order me and weld in new pieces, so we didn't have to replace that whole freaking subframe. And then you know what I mean? Like, it's carelessness, and that's why I am doing all the work. That's why I'm doing these oil changes. That's why I'm going to be doing the brakes on this thing. I'm not putting the transmission in. I don't have anywhere good to do it. That's why I'm doing all the work from now on, because I don't trust anybody. I'm sick of it, and I need to protect the financial interests of our supporters and viewers. So that's where I'm at with that. Folks, we are working on it. We are trying to make this a viable business here where we can go down there. You know, I'm not out there taking selfies with every bottle of water that gets handed out. I think it's distasteful. You know, I come from public safety where you don't do that. You're not allowed to do that. And I don't want our organization to do that. But folks, if we can go down there and solve small problems or any disaster, then let's do it. We can solve these small problems, you know, without spending too terribly much money, at least until we have it. But you know, I'm not out here asking for money. I just want to make sure that all of our members know that, you know, if anybody's like comparing our channel to others, make sure you're comparing, you know, apples to apples and not apples to oranges. We don't have $300,000 a month, actually $500,000 a month in income that we can just go pay somebody to rent a car and say, go do this. Now, we have to be very careful with what we do. And in fact, I have to be very careful just to keep our shit running. So thank you everybody for your support. This is going to be available for channel members. I'm going to make it public after a day or two, but everything's okay right now. We have modified this truck with HP tuners. The tune that was in it, I found out why this transmission's going bad. This thing has been running 230 degrees. That's way high. It should be like 180. It's been running like 230 degrees and I didn't notice it. There was something screwed up in the tune in there. It was just torching that transmission. Not happy, but it was just torching that transmission. Nothing we can do about it now. It's over with. I don't care. It's done. We're moving on. But that's what caused the issue. So we fixed that. We believe that the 1-2 clutches might be wearing out, but there are some worn parts in there. But what the hell are you looking at? Sorry, some guy stopped and is just like staring at me. It's really weird. But based on some experts we've talked to, we've actually modified and increased some shift pressures in this thing. It's shifting now. It was hanging up in shifts and it's shifting. We don't have a lot of metal in the pan. There's some clutch material, but I flushed all that out here this morning manually, which was expensive because that fluid's expensive, but we did that. I think we're okay to take it on 1 or 2 more deployments. Like I said, I'm waiting a couple of days here to get that transmission. That transmission's coming. It's on a truck. It's going to get to my shop. We're going to drop it off, and they told me they can probably get it done in 2 days, maybe less, but it might take up to 3, you know, if something's broke, whatever. So finally done with that damn thing. You know, this thing's going to be a little bit of a work in progress, but that's where we're at, folks. I just wanted to give everybody an update. We are pushing forward the disaster response, disaster relief business here, but it's just a slow start. I don't want anyone to think that we're, you know, dicking around trying to waste time. It is just, there's a lot of moving pieces to get going. You know, just having vehicles that work is a large feat to go forward with here, honestly. So we're gonna see what we can do, and I want to push into 2026 as a fully operational disaster type response organization of some sort, not the size of Red Cross or FEMA or any of this crap. We're going to be focusing on small problems, small neighborhoods, small people, so that when those people get their stuff taken care of, it translates into them being able to fix bigger issues. So that's what I got, folks. Thanks for supporting the channel. And again, a big thank you to all those folks that have sent oil on that Amazon list, because having the oil for this, which is like, well, both of these running Royal Purple, it's like $8.50 a quart. Actually, no, it's about $10 a quart. That takes 8 quarts. This takes 6. You do the math. That's a ton of money every oil change, which is usually every 2 damn weeks, especially in that one up there. Maybe not necessarily this white one, but especially in that one up there. So thanks, folks. You take a huge load off my back, and thanks again for subscribing.